What's going on, agents of the world? Hey, this is Sean up in Minneapolis, and this is my EXP journey number 11. And I moved into my new house. It's pretty echoey in here, and my office is still really bare and boring, but that's gonna change. I'm gonna get things set up in the near future so I can keep doing some videos and showing you guys what the process is like for EXP. Of course, I'm using this as a recruiting tool, guys. So whoever wants to join up in Minneapolis or anywhere in the nation, they're gonna be able to work with my team, and we're gonna be showing you guys some really cool added value. We're an added value team. We're not a brag about how great we are kind of team. So we're gonna be going over a lot of that in the future. But today, we're gonna be talking about what's it like to start the onboarding process with EXP. Because I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't wanna sign up. Well, of course, you don't wanna just sign up and then of course, you have all these ideas in your head, like what's gonna happen, and they're gonna call your broker and just move you over to EXP and you're gonna be unprepared. Well, that's not how it works, okay? As you know, if you've watched my previous videos, I was in the middle of purchasing this house, and this was also my relocation listing. So on top of that, the sellers my clients were very touchy. So if I would have been moving brokerages in the middle of this whole thing, they probably would have flipped out. So I chose to wait. Unfortunately, it took me like, 2-3 months to actually get over here. But I just closed on my new house on Friday, so today's Thursday, and I've been making my switch this week, okay? And it's a two-step process, okay? So first, you're gonna go to join.exprealty.com, and that first step process is simply like a one-page form. You just go and fill out your license info, your contact info, who your sponsor is, because that's key. You don't want to just pick anyone. You got to work with someone because you're going to have questions. They should be working with you every step of the way to answer all your questions on all this stuff, okay? And then so that first step really just puts you in the system. They're going to check out your license. And then for me, they got back to me and they approved my application the following day, okay? Then I got an email with a long form so I could just review it. And so basically I reviewed the long form PDF. I didn't have to sign it and fill it out. I just kind of reviewed it, and then when I was ready, I said, please send over the long form. Then they sent it on like a DocuSign, and I was able to just add signatures, and it was a lot easier. So the long form goes over all their terms with their stocks and their revenue share. You just make sure to read it thoroughly. I thought everything was pretty fair. The only thing that really got my attention was, as independent contractors, we can walk away from the company for any reason we want, right? And as independent contractors, they can pretty much, if we're not acting right and not following the rules and the guidelines, they can pretty much let us go for any reason. Now, I asked my sponsor about this. I'm like, well, dude, it seems kind of like they could just drop us. And he says, there's approaching 200 agents in the state of Minnesota, and there's only been 2 people that he knows of that have been let go. And he gave me examples that, they were completely negligent, not even answering phone calls, basically checked out of real estate, and so EXP let them go. I think that's a good thing. The other person was just completely disregarding like the guidelines on how to recruit and how to go about like proper recruiting, and he was just misrepresenting everything. So he got canned as well. Again, I think that's good. We don't want a bunch of slackers and pikers in this game. So saying that was a 2-step process. It's now Thursday. I filled out my long form. They have completely approved me, but I haven't made the switch yet. It's up to me to now take my my move and say, okay, my own broker, I'm gonna be ready to switch, and that's on my time. So they're not pressuring me to do anything. It's been quite pleasant actually, so I'm pretty impressed. And then let's just talk about like fears and doubts, because everyone has them. If you watch some of my earlier videos, I was like, wow, this is really huge, and I've never switched brokerages before. What's it gonna be like? And I just went back to, I'm the one that makes business work. I'm the one who brings clients. I'm the one who closes them. I do everything. My broker essentially is an office supply company. They supplied me an office and a printer, and they made me use their branding. But other than that, they haven't done a whole lot for me as far as like even supporting me. I've had a few questions over the years about like, situations that I needed help with, but really this whole business is me, okay? What I've been doing, I run a small team, so I'm the team leader, and I don't see any reason why I should have any fears and doubts because I'm steering the ship, okay? And there's a reason why you're gonna see like every EXP agent I see always says, I love my old broker, there was nothing wrong with my old broker. Like they go out of their way to say that they love their old broker. And I think what they're really trying to say is this is not about whose broker is better or worse. This debate has nothing to do with, oh, your broker's better than mine and this and that. No, EXP is not better than RE/MAX. RE/MAX is not better than EXP. It's all about positioning on where you want to be in this business. If you want to be, in my opinion, on a sales wheel, on a sales cycle that every month you have to be hitting these sales every single month. And in Minnesota, the winters are slow, okay? So we always hit like a lull in the winter, and I'm gonna be building my revenue share so I can have an amazing income apart from my real estate sales. So, you know, it's gonna be amazing. This is a complete game changer. And you know, I hope this video helps you guys. Please subscribe to my XP journey. I'm gonna be talking more and more about added values and how to position yourself as a real estate agent so to set yourself apart. So now that I'm gonna be joining this week, next week probably officially, I'll be able to set myself apart as an agent on what we do, and I'll be able to set myself apart to other agents. And it really is a whole new game plan. So I'm super excited, you guys. If you have fear and excuses, remember, talk to the sponsor, the person that brought you into this business and who is talking to you. Use them. If they're not for you, then obviously find a sponsor that's going to be a good fit. So guys, Sean out of Minneapolis, my EXP journey, and I will be making continued videos. Talk to you later.